This week, NFL Films presents Block That Kick, a rare but often game-determining play. The center, the unheralded man in the middle, and the same old Steelers, the offbeat ancestors of Pittsburgh's Super Bowl team.
Blocking a punt is a rare occurrence in pro football. Entire Sundays can go by without it ever happening at all. But when a punt is blocked, the outcome of a game can be changed. Because punts are blocked so rarely, there's a tendency to think that it's a result of fate rather than design. But there's a definite strategy involved. A team forced to punt will likely wind up singing the blues when a special teams unit responds to that familiar chant of "Block That Kick."
No play in pro football can turn a game around faster than a blocked punt. In Super Bowl 18, the Los Angeles Raiders' Derek Jensen blocked the Washington Redskins' first punt of the game. Jensen then recovered it for a touchdown. The Redskins, however, never did recover, as the Raiders were rewarded for taking a great risk.
That ball hurts a little bit. I mean, if you kick a ball, if it's full speed and it hits you, whether it hits you in the face, the chin or in the thing, you feel it.
I think the thing that's frightening in practicing it is the velocity of the foot. The person taking a blow in the face with the ball of the foot. We practice it with the volleyball, so the ball doesn't have the same feeling hitting your body or your hands. But we try to practice it with a mat.
We have a lot of players we've worked with over the years who can go in, and if the conditions are perfect, will block the kick. But if it's not perfect, they run into the kicker. Those players, you usually say, "Thanks, over here, watch." Or as the special teams coach comes over and says, "Shall we go for the block?" "No, not today."
Some guys have a natural knack for eluding a blocker or turning their bodies, making themselves slender. Once you get to block the kick, there's definite technique. You aim about 7 yards in front of the kicker, and you have that. It's called the landmark. You're not looking at the kicker, you're looking at the landmark in front of him. And it's not where he finishes his kick, but it's really a couple of yards out in front of where the ball leaves his foot. As you reach out, you've got to turn your body sideways so that you give the maximum surface to block it. You see so many times where guys go in and the ball is actually kicked underneath them. They're in position, they got there, but they overran the landmark, and they don't block the kick.
Your first two steps are very key steps when you're going in to block a punt. You have to come off with the ball and get the acceleration on your first couple of steps, and then you have to have the ability to gather yourself and then leap and extend yourself through the air. The act is really picking it off the kicker's foot. The actual act of blocking the punt is really not that physical, unless, of course, you're blocked into the kicker or you end up hitting the kicker.
There's a great plus when you block a punt, but there's a great penalty when you don't and you hit the kicker and they get a first down and keep a drive alive. So it's a real feast or famine type of skill, and it's hard to teach.
While roughing the punter is illegal, stuffing the punter when he still has the ball isn't. Since punting requires such delicate timing, it's important to keep pressuring a punter because distractions can create opportunities. The blocked punt. It's a bold move that is sometimes a gamble. But when it pays off, the results are worth the price that it took to block that kick.